This week on Tomboy T-Rod, Asia's biggest and only all-female comedy chat podcast.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. We are rowing with Singapore rower and Olympian Saida Aisha.
Did I spot a great white shark at my 3 o'clock?
Okay guys, calm down. Just keep rolling.
Oh dear. Still, we'll keep it afloat as we enjoy another epic episode of Tomboy T-Rod, not T-Raid or Tirade, but T-Rod, the way we like to say it. Isn't that right, ladies?
Yes, but the shark is heading our way. Oh God! No! The rotting fish! Too many teeth!
It's epic and more galactic than a supermassive black hole. Introducing Asia's biggest and only all-female English comedy chat podcast. Welcome to Tomboy T-Rod.
Going to die here of starvation all by myself on a deserted island.
Siti, you just ate a coconut 2 hours ago, and you have me and your volleyball Wilson. I'm sure Persis and Joanne are looking for us right now.
Of all the people to be stuck with, it has to be you. Why can't it be someone tall, ripping and handsome like Wolverine who can at least catch fish with his claws? Right, Wilson?
Some friend you are, Siti. Who is the one who crashed an autopilot plane? Like, you know, a plane that flies itself and she can still crash it? Come on!
Yeah, and who is the one who distracts me by complaining that I have to input in the wrong coordinates, huh?
Yeah, wherever. Well, I sure hope someone's gonna rescue us soon. This island is super creepy with these broken doors hanging down from the tree branches. I felt that there are eyes looking at me wherever I go. Ugh.
Yeah, they're pretty creepy, and it's gonna be nighttime like soon. Look! There is someone rowing towards the shore.
Yeah, over here!
Hey, over here!
Save us!
Over here!
Help!
Hey, are you guys Raven and Siti? Your friends Joanna and Persis sent me over to look for you.
You're so right, Raven. Thank you, Saida. Wilson, we are saved.
That's great. You guys mind if I take a break first before we row out to the civilization? I'm tired.
No worries. Take all the time you need to rest. Welcome to our show.
Yes, Saida Aisha is a rower from Singapore and she rowed a long way, and currently she is rowing in a single scull for the lightweight category, and in 2013 Aisha shocked the Singapore sporting scene by clinching the gold medal in the SEA Games that year. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
The first gold medal for an individual event for rowing for Singapore, and this year she became the first Singaporean rower to qualify and compete in the Olympics. Woohoo! Girl power! Go girl! Go girl!
Yeah, oh yeah. So, okay, can you tell us more about your sport and like how is the training like?
Okay, so basically my sport is very different from like canoeing or kayaking or dragon boat, because most people will actually think that it's something like that, but it's not, because our boat goes backwards. So that's what makes us different. Yeah.
You can tell that we all not like sports person.
I go backwards, renovation. Oh.
Yeah, I think that's the easiest way to describe my sport, the sport that goes backwards. Yeah, what's my training like? So leading towards the Olympic Games, I train about 2 or 3 times a day and 6 days a week, and I get 1 day off in a week.
Sounds like working.
That's it.
Sounds like working.
Yeah, do you do weight training or is it just basically rolling?
So morning trainings are usually water trainings. So I wake up at about 5:30 a.m. and so I row for about 2 hours. And then if we have an afternoon, like a late morning rowing session, we do it right after we rest for about an hour and then go for our second session. But if we don't, I have like a gym session or the rowing machine session or even like a run or cycling in the afternoon.
You like row on your own, or you have a group or a coach, or how is it like?
Yeah, I do have a coach. Currently, I'm training in Sydney, Australia, and I'm training with the girls from the boat club that I row at. Most of them are representing Australia in the different age groups, so they're fast, strong, and very competitive. So they make very good training partners. Yeah.
Cool. So how do you get into the sport in the first place? And why rowing? I mean, of all the other sports.
Yeah, I know. It's such an ulu sport, actually. I started off playing netball.
Yeah.
Back
So
in
did
like
I.
primary school and secondary school, yeah. And I was playing netball for Singapore for a while. So it was quite hard to change between a team sport to an individual sport. But how I started with rowing is I got talent scouted in school,
Ooh.
in secondary school, because for a rower you need to be tall
And thin.
and have long limbs. Yeah, so so someone from the rowing association talent scouted me and told me to give it a try. So initially I didn't like rowing because it's very boring. It's the same motion, repeated over and over again. But after I won my first race, which is an international race in Malaysia, and I think me and my partner came in third. After that, I was addicted to rowing. Like, I wanted to win more medals.
It's adrenaline.
Yeah, so that was it. Like, since then, I never looked back.
Yeah.
And I've been doing this for like 12
Wow.
years.
Wow. And so they say the
I know,
rest
I
is
feel so
history.
old now.
Don't pull the old card here. Don't. So it sounds like you went through like a lot and so much for rowing. So like we heard back in 2011, the whole of Singapore rowing team was down with food poisoning at the SEA Games in Indonesia. But yet you won 2 bronze medals in the games despite recovering from high fever. Okay, then 2 months before the SEA Games in Myanmar, you had a freak accident, broke your nose, fractured your orbital floor, and tore your retina. I'm like, what? And most of the people will be out for months, but within a week, you're already back on the boat, and then you shocked the nation again with your gold medal win. And then last year, I'm like going through your like injury record here. Last year, you even had to look into crowdfunding to keep your Olympic dream alive. I mean, like, these are so much that you have to go through, from injury, obstacles. I'm like, what kept you going, man, for so long? And what really drives you, aside from the winning and the medals lah?
When you said all those things, I'm like, wow, I was very crazy. I don't know. Maybe like one of the things that drive me is proving people wrong. So I love to prove people wrong. So like, I think it started off initially with my mom, who's not very supportive of my rowing career. I mean, she's a traditional Malay Muslim mom who wants the daughter to stay at home, get a good education, get a good job. Yeah, so it was very hard for her to accept my lifestyle as a rower because I'm constantly like outside, always traveling. So I wanted, and then there was once when she said that, oh, rowing has no future, you got to find a proper job. So
To all
yeah, I
Asian,
guess
Asian parents.
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So I think I wanted to prove to her that, rowing could bring me somewhere and there is a future in sports. So yeah, and then along the way, there's a few other people who told me that I even had an email once which said that I don't think you're good enough for the Olympics and things like that.
Someone actually emailed you just to say that?
No. I applied for a scholarship or something, and then
okay.
I asked that person why was I rejected, and yeah, that was the reason he gave me.
So we should put another obstacle in front of you for your next marker, so that you will prove us wrong again.
Yeah.
Speaking of Olympics, how does it feel like to compete in the Olympics? What is it like to represent? How does it feel to represent Singapore in Rio?
The Olympics itself was amazing. It was just such a great experience, having that opportunity to rub shoulders with the world's best, world champions, Olympic champions, and knowing that you eat in the same dining hall as like Usain Bolt.
Yeah. Did you get a bit starstruck?
I was. Oh yes. Do you know Sonny Bill Williams,
who
yeah.
doesn't
the
know
rugby
him?
player?
Yeah.
Oh, I met him, and it was like when I met him, my life was complete.
I thought you got that selfie with him.
I did, yes.
Oh my gosh.
It was just beautiful because I've been wanting to be an Olympian since like 6 years ago, and like 4 years ago I tried, but I didn't make it for London. And then now that I can officially call myself an Olympian, it's just like an amazing thing to do.
Yeah, put that badge of honor on your next
Yeah.
your next shirt.
I guess one of the best things about being an Olympian was wherever you go, like the people you meet, and then you tell them that you were in the Olympics, they will be so happy. And knowing that you can make someone happy just by being yourself is such a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that is so nice.
Yeah.
It feels different, like talking to an Olympian. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like suddenly
As
so
opposed-
polite, right?
Like,
so
as
so
opposed
I'm
to
like,
a normal sports person. So have your mom changed her mind about you now that you're in the Olympics? Is she more
Slowly,
supportive of your
yeah.
career?
She is more supportive now, but like after I finished the games, she was like, "Okay, so when are you gonna find a proper job now?"
Mom, this is my job. Yeah, so in Singapore, it's not easy to make a living out of sports. Previously, you have to go through crowdfunding,
Yeah.
but now are you in a better financial position, or do you manage to get a scholarship this time around?
Yes, I was awarded the SPEC scholarship this year.
Congratulations!
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's quite competitive, that scholarship. Like I got rejected 2 times, so this is the 3rd time I was applying for it. Yeah, I think government support has definitely improved over the years. And I am definitely in a better financial position, especially with the scholarships and the sponsorships I'm getting from the companies. Yeah, it's been really good, but like basically I think as an athlete, or I think in any field, you have to prove yourself first before you get the support. So that's the hard part, which is to prove yourself. And then once you are able to prove yourself,
yeah.
you have to maintain it. Yeah.
So how do you feel about your performance in the Rio Olympics? Are you happy with it?
I came in 23rd out of 32 rowers.
In the world, shut up. That's high.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It was interesting because the water conditions were crazy. It was really windy. Like during some of the races, some of the boats capsized.
Oh,
Yikes!
Yeah, so that was the interesting thing, was that was during the race. Like during training, it was even worse. Like people just falling out of the water into the water.
Shucks.
Yeah. Yeah, but I thought I did okay for most of the race. Like, I could have done much better, but only because I always put high expectations on myself. But otherwise, in terms of like meeting the objectives, I definitely met my objective for the Olympics, because I was the 7th Asian qualifier.
Woohoo!
Means I was top 7. Yeah, but then during the Olympics, I managed to be the 3rd. That means I climbed up my Asian ranking to be the 3rd.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Now you're the top
What are
destination.
the countries in front of you then, if you're third?
China won bronze.
Right.
China won bronze, and Korea was I think she was 12 and 13 in the world.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Woohoo! Yay! So now that Rio is all done and completed, the next step is Tokyo, in 2020. Wawasan Nopo-Doplo, as they say in Malaysia. So how are you working towards that now? I mean, of course you want to better your ranking, and you want to better what you did
Yes.
in Rio, but how are you doing that?
Yeah.
I know it starts like now, right? I mean,
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, after I finished the Rio, because it was such a long season, I'm like, wow, such a relief. I'm done. Finally I get a break. But then, like, the whole excitement of Rio made me want to do it all over again. But to think of another 4 years of, just everyday torture, I need to find a motivation to do that. But I'm definitely going for it. But what I want to do differently this time around is to find a rowing partner. Yeah, so I can row in the doubles boat. Yeah, I think that's the hardest part about this Olympic journey, which is doing everything on my own, because it's really pretty hard to train on my own. Like, especially if, like, on days when, because most of the time it's just me and my coach traveling. So on days when, when I feel like saying something about my coach, I can't possibly like tell him about him, right? I need someone to rant to, so it'd be nice to find a partner.
You can have Wilson. Here you go. And he can float in water, so it's okay. He will follow you
wherever you
through your
go.
journey. Wherever you go.
Now that we are all warmed up, it's time to play our rapid fire game. Yo, what's up?
Are you ready, Side-Eye Aisha?
My morning
Like
brain.
game voice. Alright, so in 3, 2, 1. What is the one food from Singapore that you miss when you were overseas?
Soya bean ice cream.
Wow, really? Soya bean ice cream.
Really? The soya bean ice cream is like the best thing ever.
Seriously? But it's not even like it doesn't even have milk. It's soy.
Yeah, but you can't get it anywhere else.
Time for us running to Mr. Bean to get some sponsorship for Side-Eye Aisha.
Okay, next questions. Shark diving, bungee jumping, or whitewater rafting?
Whitewater rafting, for sure.
Just because it's water?
Just because it's water, yes. I'm afraid of heights.
You're afraid of heights?
So bungee jumping, no, yeah.
Oh, now we know. Interesting fact, reveal.
And because I live in Sydney and there's lots of sharks, so I'm afraid of them.
Okay, do you have any superstitions or rituals that you perform before any competition?
Yes, I do watch motivational videos and read my book of quotes.
Ooh.
The title of this book of quotes that you're reading.
Aisha's book of quotes.
That she will publish in year 2020. Yeah.
What is your favorite hangout spot in Sydney?
Manly Beach.
Oh, I've heard it's
Ooh,
nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, have you been? It's beautiful.
Yeah, I've been there. It's a very beautiful beach. I mean, compared to the Bondi Beach, it's quieter.
Yeah, Bondi is too crowded.
And I think there are some like nudie beach as well.
There's a few nudie beaches. Yeah.
Oh, Raven, you would know, huh?
Well, I just went like exploring around the thing, but I didn't see anything that day when I was exploring, so that was a shame.
You sound sad. Yeah.
Okay, we know you have a lot of battle scars, but what is the weirdest scar that you have and how did you get it?
The one in my heart when I was broken hearted.
Oh!
No, I'm kidding. What's the weirdest scar that I've got? Honestly, I don't have much scars. Like visible ones?
I would say visible ones is easier. I think the scar in your heart part, we will need a story to find out.
I have a scar on my right knee, which was from an ACL reconstruction.
Ooh, wow.
I tore my ACL when I was doing Silat in university.
Ouch. It's like every athlete battle scar, ACL reconstruction.
Yes, it's quite common.
Yeah, it's the worst.
But it made me not like martial arts.
Next question, hopefully a happier question. What turns you on?
She will ask you in terms of what?
I don't know. Hot rugby players, anything.
Yeah, Sonny Bill Williams.
Muscles.
So do you like, what kind of muscles do you like? Do you like the lean kind or do you like the bulging?
Oh, lean for sure. I
Right.
think bulging isn't very nice.
So that means no
Yeah.
gymnasts, no rugby players, but swimmers can lah.
No, rugby players is fine. Some of them are quite lean, especially those AFL players.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they're pretty lean. Yeah.
Okay, so for any of you out there who are interested to get a date with Saida Aisha, make sure you have lean muscles. Bulging ones will not be accepted.
Yeah. I know Schwarzenegger, sorry, dude. Sorry, Rock. You can't make it.
Okay, if you could go back in time, what is one thing that you will tell your 18-year-old self?
I would tell her to enjoy more. Like, because I think for the first few years when I started rowing, then there was just so much pressure on, getting results. You start to not enjoy it. So one of the things I learned recently was to just let go of expectations and just enjoy the process, which makes a huge difference.
But isn't it tough? Because you're the kind of person who who is very driven, very motivated by results.
Yes, it was very tough for me to let go of expectations. And it affected my performance so much that I had to see a mental skills coach for it.
So, for the last question, last but not least, what is the one thing that nobody knows about you?
It would be that I can't swim.
What? Are you
You,
serious?
are you for real?
I am for real. I'm a bad swimmer.
No way!
A bad swimmer does not mean you can't swim, right? But you can swim, but
Yeah, it's I don't know, but if I capsize, I'll just hold on to my boat.
that's what I was thinking. Like, what? But you're on the water 70-80% of it.
I think it's good, so I try to keep afloat and not sink, and as in not capsize.
Saida, do you copy?
Yes, I copy. I just found your friends. We are heading out to the sea soon.
Actually, make that now. See those dolls over there? Their heads are turning in 360 degrees, like that girl from the Exorcist movie.
You're right, Raven. And their eyes are starting to glow in the dark. What the? Let's get out of here. Like now.
Yeah! No, let's run!
Hop on board.
Run!
Saida, is
Run
there
for your life!
space? Is there space for all of us? I'm just gonna hang over here.
There is. Come on.
Wait for me!
Hurry
Wait for
up,
me!
Raven.
Wait for me!
Hey, where's Wilson? Where's Wilson?
Guys, we have to keep on rowing, otherwise we won't reach our destination.
I'm rolling as hard as I can. It's Cindy who's not putting in the effort.
Hey, stop blaming me, okay? I'm trying to row here with my feet, but giving you guys turbo power, okay?
Yeah, wherever. Wait, is it me or is this boat rising up the waters? What's going on?
Well, it looks like we are on top of a big wave.
Or a whale? Crap! And it's coming out of the water!
Now we are directly on top of its water spout. Let's hang on tight because...
The wheel is coming down! Ah! It's just sliding as if you're coming down the roller coaster! Oh no!
Stop this!
Hey, Joanna, I have good news and I have bad news.
Uh-oh.
You know what? Good news, I just saw Raven and City on my binoculars. The bad news is they're on a boat that's heading down a large wave and towards our direction.
Row harder, guys. You need to get out of their way.
Trying here, we're
Trying!
trying! We're rowing! Come on!
Steer away, Joanna! Come on!
I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying.
This water is so polluted, it's got shit in it!
I can't swim either.
waters. I am freezing.
Yeah, I mean, shouldn't Saida have found help by now? I don't want to end up as shark bait.
Guys, she's only gone for 5 minutes. Give her time.
Oh man, why does it feel like 5 hours? Okay, folks, that's the end of another wacky episode of Tomboy T-Rod. If you want to hear more of us, don't forget to subscribe to the show on iTunes and Stitcher. It's also available for free streaming on our website, where you'll find all sorts of stuff on being a funny geek tomboy in space-time today. Check it out at www.tomboy-tarts.com.
That's right. And if you just want to connect with us outside of the show, we are also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Tumblr. Just type Tomboy Tarts.
And if you want to advertise, collaborate, or appear on this podcast or our blog, then drop us an email at hello@tomboy-tarts.com. That's hello@tomboy-tarts.com, because we are everywhere, guys.
That's everywhere.
See you in another 2 weeks with a brand new episode here with Raven, Persis, City, and myself, Joanna. Until then, ciao. Bye-bye.
Adios, amigos.
Bye.